And Curry looked at me like, so what you gonna do? I'm like, last time I prayed, ain't shit happened. So I fucking kicked it and broke the thing.
Wait, what?
It's like, do you want to pray at the altar or destroy it? I'm like, fuck this shit. Destroy it. I don't need this shit. I'm gonna die anyway. I go like 10 steps and a fucking dragon shows up. And then like, you anger the God with your fucking defiance. Your mom right now is like that fucking altar. If you destroy that shit, it's gonna come back at you. It's like, bro, I got a dinky pencil. And you got actual resources. Like, not only her resources, obviously, but she knows people. Don't forget networks. Because she might just have, like, you file for paperwork or shit, and that shit just might get blocked. You'll never know why. So you just have to assume that she called ahead. Like, yeah, no, put me in touch with Bill. What you his paperwork? Not this shit. No, don't worry. You helped me so much. I got you. I ain't even going to ask what it's about. Anything from a Suzu, just fucking block it. But you didn't think about that.
No,
Like,
trust me.
real
I've been thinking
successful
about that
people,
left and right, like, cause like you put on a different perspective, but you're right. Like the fact that
real
she
successful
was that kind of
people know
person.
other successful people.
Yeah.
And they can make your life to live in hell. Fortunately, if Jasmine just want to be Jasmine, you can still get around her. Your biggest issue is getting her to, if you can convince Jasmine to get the state off your back, you can actually take Jasmine down.
Now
That goes,
the question is like, is it really more of like, should I take Jasmine down, or should I find a way to make her understand and create a team up? Kind of like a Marvel team up. This is temporary until we get the balls taken care of, then we can attack each other, kind of thing. But for me to
why
do
not?
that, I have to
Why
convince
not?
her that that the actual boss is actually one, Dr. Susan, and two, can we actually defeat that? And three, why? That's what she'd be asking. Like, all right, who's the actual boss? How are we gonna take her down, and why should we do that stuff? I need to convince her all that, and I guess that's what I have to kind of work on, trying to get her not
But
get her to be on my side about that. And that's gonna be obviously the harder part.
but okay, here's the thing though. Here's the one thing that Jasmine understands that you doesn't seem to. Right? Jasmine's already playing both sides. You're not.
Look, I can only do so much with Dr. Susan because, like, and I don't know how to explain, but like, all right, Simon be like, all right, one time, during a Better Me committee meeting, Dr. Suzu was actually there on Skype. Dr. Suzu, Annette Shutters was just my therapist, Sue, Rick, and myself. So there's actually 5 members there that day, and and everything was going fine. Like I was in control and everything else. We were talking fine, and then something happened. Something about like, oh, like, all right, like, because during the meeting, it's like, okay, we need to find a way to obtain X, Y, and Z. And Dr. Suzu immediately goes, oh, well, I can pay for that for you. And Simon immediately kicked in, going, we don't need your fucking money in this. Get the fuck out of here. Like not those exact words, but kind of like, we don't need your money. We're not going to accept your money. Don't ever ask that question again. Like, that's straightforward. Boom. Like that. And then just ended the call. Like, all right, we don't need that. We don't need you. Thank you for coming. Have a nice day. Boom. Done. Canceled out. Later on, Dr. Suzu's like, no one has ever talked to me like that before. I'm like, I don't even know what he said. My mom told me he said all this shit. I just came back and I'm like, why is everything off? What the fuck happened? So yeah, well, Simon kind of like, went off the deep end and just kind of like, called a meeting off. I'm like, how do you do that? She told me. I'm like, well, shit, I gotta do damage control now. And that's usually how it has to work with him whenever he comes into something, especially when there's more women than him. Because he's very like, oh, I don't like women because the idea that women are weaker. But that's neither here or there. But it's still the idea that like she knows where I don't think she doesn't believe in the whole mental disability thing at all on any case. It's like schizophrenia, bipolar, depression, any of that. She doesn't believe in any of that. So she just assumed, okay, that's how you are. You just kind of flip sides whenever something like that happens. And I didn't know how to tell her, all right, that's not how that worked, but okay. But it was just kind of like, all right, that is how it worked. Okay, and there's apologies here. But at the same time, she still came back. Now the thing is that like he is always hostile about that, and I don't know why. I don't know what she did in the past that makes him think constantly that these people cannot be trusted. They cannot get their fingers in this pie because this is virtually the black mafia. Because you have to ask yourself, like, as successful as African Americans tend to be sometimes, especially African Americans from Africa, you have to ask yourself, how did they get there when other people couldn't? They had to do something. They had to shake hands. They like politicians. You know, you gotta shake hands with somebody. Somebody's hands gotta get dirty, and someone gotta owe favors to somebody else. I'm thinking that that's how he's thinking it too, but like it seems like he knows more than he's putting out. But at the same time, I almost want to like I still feel that too whenever like me and Dr. Sudo are ever on the phone. And I've only talked to her. Like I talked to maybe one or two of the other kids, but I never talked to like Mr. Isuzu at all. Because she's like, yeah, you really don't want to talk to him until you're ready. So whatever she
But
is, he must be like 10 times like, mafia boss of the ring. He doesn't even move out of his chair, just kind of like shit gets done.
is this so? Okay, in that explanation, do you know what you just said to yourself? Here's what I heard. Here's what the original players. Xavier number one. You, Jasmine, bio mom, adopted mom, and adopted family and bio family.
More or less, yeah.
Now you saying that there's Xavier, you, Jasmine, bio mom, super bio dad. you never even, but we just called her the senator. That's like fucking somebody from Metal Gear Solid 4 chiming on Revengeance like, yo, you ain't even ready for what's next, bro. You're not even like, what the fuck's going on with my game? What the hell is loaded? Like, and then you're talking about your 7 personas. Then you got the state. I forgot the state. Which Bio Mom can obviously manipulate. And probably Dad. Obviously. Like just above a level. Where Jasmine's doing like if this was Avatar waterbending and shit. It's like, look, I can bend water and shit. They're like moving whole fucking planets to show the difference in powers. Like this is a fucking anime and you're on the wrong side, nigga. Like if I was watching this anime, I would turn it off. Like this is bullshit. He ain't gonna win. Because if he wins, it's gonna be complete bullshit. And like, he gonna keep bleeding to death and somehow get struck. Nope, fuck that bullshit. But if your personas are fucking up your interactions with people you already can't handle in a situation you're already thoroughly fucked on, it looks really grim from where I'm sitting. And I'm spectating. Like if I was playing a game, like, okay, you're in control of Nick Serious. Alright, what's my competition? I can fucking handle little niggas in Walmart, whatever. These little, like, you start fucking punching people who, like, shoplifters at Walmart, and I'm, like, leveling up, like, oh shit, I'm strong as shit. Then Jasmine rolls up with the state army. Like, alright, whatever, I guess, I gotta learn my combos. Then you got Biomon telling you, watch out for Biodad, nigga! Did you not just roll up on a 300-foot tall fucking bipedal mech with a nuclear on his back? Yeah, watch out for the nigga behind me. Yeah, this is gonna sit in my Steam library. I don't know if I'm gonna get around to beat this fucking game. I know I got it on sale, but the fucking like you never talked, never seen.
That boss at the end is just like, oh yeah, by the way, there's one more.
The only way you know of him is because she said, watch out for him. You don't know what he look like, where he works, what he does. You don't know his moves or ability. It's like them animes where the real villain don't show up for the last 40 fucking the last 10 episodes. And you're like, what the fuck? Like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. You definitely need to you need to get someone with actual resources on your side. Because I'm not going to say the state's on Jasmine's side, but your county still ain't shit. Maybe to get Erie on your side, you need some way to even this fucking battlefield. It's like playing Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and you got, let me put Karibo in defense, and these niggas on the field with like 6 blue-eyed white dragons. And you're like, wait. I can only lose when I end my turn, right? You ain't got no other cards to play. I'll figure figure some shit out so y'all get bored and quit. You just stalling and shit. Like, that's how I see the situation. Because now, if you really don't even know what your personas are saying to these various actors, oh,
it's one of those things that's a really difficult balancing act that everybody's on the same page, and we all when it comes to Xavier, for the most part. Like I said, it's kind of like a team up. Like the team, like it's like having Deadpool and Wolverine work together. Deadpool's crazy, Wolverine's very serious. At the same time, they have the same enemy. They'll work together until the enemy's done, and then then we'll go back to attacking each other. My personas are always like that. They're always to the part like they're doing their own thing until they're like, oh, we're on the same page. Now with this thing, it's almost the same but different. Everybody's on the same page about getting the legacy back. Everybody's on the same page of like making sure we win. The thing is that the only wild card variable, there's Simon who doesn't like women, so he never liked Jasmine to begin with. There's James that wants to screw everybody, so that makes that a little bit difficult. And Michael's a crazy one. There's a 6-year-old inside of us too. Like this is a regular daily thing, but for all intended purpose, we all know that we have to get the legacy back. Now we have to do whatever we have to do, which is why for the past 3 years we've been talking to agencies, service access management, skills. We've been talking two therapists, different therapists from 2 different departments. And like I said, I grabbed names, like I've done all the paperwork myself. I don't have a lawyer because I know I don't need one, and 2, I can't afford one. But at the same time, yeah, you're right. This battle is uphill. Like it's not gonna really end. Even if I do get Xavier back, I have to then fight the actual Black Mafia, aka the Bio family. Yes, it's kind of like an anime, but honestly, it's kind of like not exciting. What's the word? I'd watch it just to see the crazy shit that's about to happen. Because even you said like, yeah, the crazy shit that's like all about to happen, like,
but
on a regular basis. You watch that shit and laugh because sometimes it's funny and sometimes it's actually like entertainingly good.
no, but that's fine. But in the anime, right? The main character or whatever that you watch for, sometimes they do get their kicks and punches in. I haven't seen you get a kick or punch in yet.
well, that's not well. All right. To a certain degree, yes.
Well,
I got my kick and punches. Like for instance, I did get the video chat, and like I said, that worked well today, which you should be
yes,
seeing now. Granted, it is like I think I'm trying to shorten it down from an hour and 22 to 56. I think I have it up there. But like I'm also trying to separate it from what was already recorded being I'm trying to separate it from the actual video of Xavier to the communication me and Jasmine had afterwards, because those are the 2 different things I need to actually separate. One is the one that needs to be hidden, and the other one is the one that actually needs to be better hidden. If that makes any sense.
no, that makes sense.
So
But
like,
what I was saying is, you're getting your punches in. But back to what I was saying, the original thing I was saying about Jasmine playing both sides, and it's like, well, yeah, everybody involved in this situation wants Xavier. Like he's like your Dragon Ball, right? So my thing is, you can't ask Jasmine to help you beat Bio Mom for Xavier because eventually you're gonna have to beat Jasmine. You're gonna have to convince her without even having contact with her that this is the best option, so other people doesn't interrupt your life. But obviously, so here's my thing, right? You want her to help you beat Bio Mom without her knowing she's helping you. Kind of like Inception. Like if she think it's her own idea, you know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
You saw Inception, where if they think it's their own idea, then it'd be a better thing. But obviously, you can't tell her directly because if she goes and tell Bio Mom,
then that kind of
and they
defeats the
join
purpose.
forces, you're kind of fucked.
Yeah.
And vice versa for Bio Mom versus Jasmine. You want to convince Bio Mom that this seems to be the best. Like, for you to be in Xavier's life is the best thing for everyone involved. And as people help you get to there, then you can start planning your backstab. I know it sounds bad to say, but
no, you're absolutely right. This is exactly how it has to go down.
But you can't obviously say this to them because it's an emotional and a logical situation you're dealing with. So while it's logical that you need to like backstab people to get to where you're at, it is emotional that you were sacrifice people, even though you already been sacrificed.
Mom's still here though. That's the thing.
I mean, but like your 3 years and that whole record and all that nonsense from Jasmine. So that's why you can't ask your enemy. My enemy is a friend because bio mom is paying her bills pretty much and sending her to Colorado and shit. Because obviously she's working at the local fucking Wiki Mart and only making a few bucks. So that's what I was saying. Like, you have to socially engineer both parties to help you because they are secretly afraid of the other party. But you don't ever want it to be like, there's proof. Like the same way Jasmine is sending you messages. There is no proof that you can legally use the information she's giving. And she fucking knows it. So while it does make you feel good, it is kind of like bullshit, because if you just had even an iota of this information written down legally, it could really help your case with joint custody and, you know, your 12-month program, 12 steps, because it's going to be way more than 12 months.
Yeah, I do know that, but
So
no.
that's what I was getting at. Like, it's going to be one of those games where you got to convince everybody to help you because it's the best for everybody else involved, even though you don't want to be viewed as the villain. That's
Like,
where I was saying.
do you think that's even possible?
I don't know. Like, remember, I don't know all the stuff. You're telling me the story through what I see, these bits and pieces, and what you tell me. Is it possible? Yes. Is it going to be? It's possible because it's going to happen. Mainly because once you get Biomom on your side, and she can argue on your behalf against Jasmine on her own volition, you know, like she showed up to go to the birthday party.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. If you had the other person talking to the other person, they're like, you know what, Nick ain't so bad now, ABC. That's where I was getting at. Because you really can't, but alone, and it's not like you got a secret bank account of $10 million you could just draw from to fight them all into fucking poverty. Unless you do. And then you can hire lawyers and, you know, get the, like, you got a fucking system where it's like, yeah, you know, we don't have that paperwork. Just block out Florida and put the nigga, come on, something. Like, Jasmine has an army that has an armory, and your fucking county is like, yeah, bro, we got a room over there. If you get some mop sticks and some duct tape, I'm sure you can put some nunchucks. I don't know. I don't know if you can nunchuck a tank, but I believe in you. Like, so that's what I'm saying. Like, over time, because you got to think about it where I'm thinking about it. If you have any setback, like you said with the paperwork, it could be 2 months before you even know that the shit didn't go through.
Yeah.
Unfucking believable. So you got time. Time is your number one enemy. So you need other people to help you speed up your time. Like your mom's resources and network and things like that can really help. Just knowing the law and things like that. If y'all was on speaking terms and you got to the point where all that's good, she could probably cut out like at least 6 months worth of waiting and shit. Just to step 2 of your 12-month or step 3. Like, you can even skip steps. If you convince her to do the paperwork, I don't know how you couldn't convince her because you can only talk to her through the mediators. And you don't want to reply to those emails because she could use them against you. Maybe you could say it in the videos that she may or may not watch at those times. But, you know, if you could convince her to fight on your behalf to remove some of the restrictions from the leftover remnants of what happened years ago. Like, you really need, you're 99% in the hole. Everybody's gunning for you. You're stuck and your fucking controller died. That's all I'm saying. Like, that's where I'm like, if you can see where I'm getting at.
I do.
That's where I'm like.
But the thing is, does Jasmine really have that much power? She just happens to be positioned in the better place. And if that really is the case, I just need to be able to be better there.
That's what I mean. You just want her to help position. If you could get the state off your back, then you can go forward. Like, if she puts down, to remove whatever thing, not even share custody yet. We ain't even there yet. If she puts down legally what she just sent you in an email, you can use that going forward for every other obstacle. Because then it comes from her who initiated all this shit. You know what I mean? That's what you're gonna have to convince her of.
I need to read that again because apparently I must have missed something. I must have missed something.
You did miss something.
I must have. Hold on.
Because the reason why I say that is because I read the thing, but I also listened to the whole mediator call, and none of the emotion that was in that letter was in that mediator call. And I'm saying if it was in a mediator call, any bit of that emotion or any of that shit was on any documentation written down, you can argue that, look, I'm a better man now. Even my wife, ex-wife, whatever title you want to give her, says so here on this date. You see what I mean?
So technically, all we need to do is have her state that I am better.
Yes. But knowing that she's playing both sides to the middle. Notice she ain't saying that shit in a place where you can actually bring it up or use it, where you have to prove that you are literally better. That's what I was getting at.
Well, check this out. Remember during the mediation video, she mentioned something about the transportation thing. She says, "Oh, I don't have a car, but I know that you have the means to get up here." Right? Mm-hmm. One, that proves that that she believes that I have the vehicle, and two, she does not. Now, keep in mind, she probably still thinks I have the PT Cruiser. But I don't.
I know you don't.
But she doesn't know that, apparently, because she thinks I have access to a vehicle.
But here's the thing. There's two things to think about in that situation. Mm-hmm. That statement isn't an omission of the same stuff that was in the letter.
But right? She said it during the mediation, which means the mediator heard it.
No, I mean, I know he heard it. But she says you might have the means, but the mediator could assume because you got an adopted family, they have different vehicles, right? Like, there's nothing concrete there. And second, she also watches your YouTube videos here and there, so she knows where you stand. But obviously, she's not gonna bring that information into something that could look bad on her because, you know, if it's supposed to be a barrier between you, but she's freely walking through it, then that will look good on your case. Like, yo, she's using information that I state in my personal therapy videos that my therapist said I should record and upload the view to see where like a vlog journal for yourself. Mm-hmm. And she's watching them and using this information. Notice she didn't mention none of that. So that's what I'm saying. So she knows.
But she did. She mentioned that during the mediation.
Oh yeah, she did say that. But you got the mediator dude playing Nintendo DS over there. So you see what I mean? Like, you need something that like okay, she's like, oh, you got a witness for like a 1% thing that could be construed this way that could help you, but good luck, nigga. But here's this letter that shows I know you're better now, Nick. You're doing great, and I'm really rooting for you. Still your wife, Jasmine. Can you please send that to the state? Like, that's what I. But going all the way back, that's what I was talking about. Like, where it's like she could really help you. Sending that to the state, putting that in the official paperwork, stuff like that, and all the little comments she leave on YouTube. She could literally remove about. If you're 99% in the hole, you could be like 50% in the hole easily. Because now you got a way, like, the person who put me here already said I'm getting better. It's only a matter of time before I crawl out. But as she tries to fuck with your emotions or whatever, I won't say that. I won't assume her beliefs. But like, she sends a letter like that, but then it's a mediator. I don't want your adopted family. I don't want you fucking taking my son to Burger King unless you get my written consent. I'm like, wait.
Oh yeah, I remember that now. I remember that.
Ooh. Like, if you go visit, isn't she gonna be there? Like, you need her express written consent to remove your son from the premises, and she's standing there. So not even. Notice she didn't say verbal, written, but because I was assuming that if you go visit face to face, she's gonna be there either way. Mm-hmm. But she strictly said express written consent, which that's why I'm saying somebody's in her ear the same as you. Because it's not like, yeah, Nick's gonna come and see Xavier, but I have work. So anyone else, just make sure he doesn't do nothing crazy. But without my written, because she's not gonna go to work when you come in. You know what I mean? You get what I'm trying to say, though, right? Like
Yeah.
it's weird to put that stipulation down, written consent, even though she'll be there and she could fuck you over and verbally say, yeah, you and Xavier, we could go get ice cream. Let's all go and get some ice cream around the corner from the visitation center. And could fuck you over because you didn't have written consent. We laugh, but
But it's
we've
true.
seen it.
Yeah.
We've seen it so often now. It's like, well, shit. There's a meaning to these words. Where other people are like, oh no, she's just joking, man. She loves you. You saw that letter that you can't even show the world. You can't even print that shit that somebody else might see it because it could fuck you. You can even use that shit as a thumbnail in your YouTube because it could fuck you over. I'm pretty sure it could fuck you over as a thumbnail or in the actual YouTube video. So yeah.
So what do you suggest, Mr. Consultant?
You cannot, because you lack your own resources, you lack your own time. You're living with your adopted family. Because I was could say if your thing, that's why I was asking if your thing is up or whatever, and you could get your own place. If you could move close to the area to make it so that you can come halfway with me and Xavier, but still staying outside the realm of like not violating any legal laws until you are able to in 2021. You know what I mean? Then you can bridge that gap unless she fucks you again. But that's where I was getting at.
All right. Well, with that being said,
But
then the biggest thing happens to be that thing of 2021. That is the thing that's actually stopping, not really stopping, but kind of like being that over blanket scenario there. So if I'm able to find a way to change that, then things become easier, right?
who changes that? You said she has the right to change that, right?
She then it's twofold. I have to change that one, and two, I have to convince her that it's a good idea to do so. And you already
But
heard that she's already on board to do so because she tried to do it by herself. So technically,
that's what.
that is what she said. Yeah. So I just need to convince her that she needs to continue to believe that. Let that be her idea that I am planning to her head.
Yes, but you cannot help her because you also don't want any fucking evidence that she could use when she's in PMS or some shit. Because like you said, all you got to do is to have her say that you're better or you're not a threat or whatever to get it removed. The same thing that was in that letter, or the same sort of vibe. Because you read that letter, you can only take it one way. You know, maybe multiple ways. But you hear that mediation, and it sounds like y'all niggas just broke up 2 weeks ago. I'm still civil with the client, but I just don't want him and his family coming around Xavier without my express written consent. Like, wow, she sure handled this very well. What y'all broke up? Like 10 days ago? It's been 3 years and she still send me secret love letters. Yeah. The judge like, I don't believe you. Like, fuck. Like, so yeah, that's where it's like, you gotta pick a target and go after them first. Either your mom or Jasmine. Because if you could convince your mom to convince Jasmine to drop the thing, oh my God, you're in there. That would give you the path you need. Because that means you
I
rebuilt the
tried that
relationship with your
before.
mom.
All right, with the Xavier thing on his birthday, with her giving her my phone number, even with me trying to ask for her address, I was like, look, all you have to do. All right, the way I said it was like, I am not telling you what to do. I am simply stating that if Jasmine was able to drop this using whatever documentation she wants, she can write a letter if she wants. I'm not telling you to tell her anything. I'm telling you, if she did these things, then I could do all the things that you need me to do. You know what was never done? Because Dr. Suzu cannot be trusted. My honest best bet is to try to get Jasmine on my side so that she fights not for me, but for the idea that I am better.
But for Xavier.
Exactly.
Yes, yeah. You want everybody to fight for Xavier, but you need to convince everybody else that it's best if you're in Xavier's life. And the only way you can say that, like, repeating it, is that under these circumstances that I find myself in, I can't be in his life with the things like the PFAs and the bullshit hovering.
That's the line.
And
That's
then
the
you
words.
stop and you drop that shit. You drop it right there. Don't tell them who gets to sign a letter. every time they talk to you, or every time y'all, because as you start to have these conversations with Xavier, I'm sure you're gonna have a few words or exchanges with Jasmine, even though you're not supposed to.
Mm.
You could just drop that in to plant that seed, like I said, to get it to take over. So, and your mom, bio mom, knows the laws and stuff, and she knows what needs to be done. If you plant the seed, like, so you're not technically telling them, and you're not telling them that you're not telling them what to do. So it's more of a, it's more of a, I like this and I like what we have, and it'd be nice if we all could meet up one day and take Xavier to an amusement park or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But under these circumstances, I'm dealing with what I got. And it's like, you end the call or you sign off or whatever. And every time y'all talk, you just say the same stuff. And then you let it get the bug drill into their brain where it's like, God, I guess it would be a lot easier if he could fucking see his wife over before 4 years is 4 years. Fuck. 7 years? Oh my God.
Yeah, it sounds is intense, isn't it?
Yeah, and then all the extra bullshit. So, like, yeah, I know you tried to get them on your side, but you need them to see. You gotta understand where it's like before you was trying to get them on your side to help you. You need them to come on your side to help Xavier, because then they'll do more. But even though it might slightly benefit you, they need to see the long term effects for Xavier more so. Like your mom bio mom is probably upset that either Xavier's running around with no man in his life, or he got some AJ or some other random nigga. Because Jasmine ain't gonna tell you.
And that's kind of what I was doing the video. And I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of seeing if there's any kind of sign of another person living in the house. I ain't gonna lie, I was definitely looking around. Like, I'm looking at Xavier, but I'm also looking around like, okay, no, I don't see no extra socks nowhere, no extra pictures nowhere. She must be hiding shit pretty. Because, all right, so there's 1, 2, 3 doors up there, a kitchen in the back. There are 4. Yeah, I got the living room mapped out. I got the living room mapped out.
Probably drew pictures down so the next time you talk, see if it's from the same angle.
But like,
hey, you know what? That's a good point.
Hmm.
Real side note. All jokes aside, that could be a good point though.
What?
Wherever she's sitting now, where Xavier's sitting in the picture, because I still have it paused on the original one. I'm gonna switch over because I think you sent me the new link.
No, I just gave you a timestamp for you to look into.
Okay, so that's like that looks like the couch. You could be like, hey, maybe you get better signal near the window or something. In every other call, you get to try a different position. Maybe try the kitchen. You know what I mean? So you really could map the place. You get what I'm saying?
Yo, you laughing, but I already thought about that. Let me tell you.
Yeah. So you're drawing the map and you're seeing where things going and you're seeing what's happening, and maybe that can help see what's around or see what's in the environment. Because clearly she got money for a place, but then again, I don't know the work environment or the rent environment in an Erie.
Yeah.
But it could help you as you try to figure out how to best, like, or you can ask Xavier, like, hey, what's your favorite toy right now? Because you haven't seen him in 3 years. What are he doing? Does he play games? He could go get something, or then his mom be like, hey, take the phone with you. So obviously he's gonna carry it through the house.
Actually, Xavier tried to go into a room, and if you see that in the video, you'll see that in the video if you have time to watch it. He tries to go into a room. She's like, no, don't go in there. I'm like, I wonder if that's the front door or a bedroom. Because my mind, you know me, I'm obsessive to detail like that, and that was a really big one. And go, oh, don't go out that door. I'm like, okay, well, that's either the door to the hallway to the rest of the apartment complex, or that's a room that I'm not supposed to be seeing. Now, that once again could be my paranoia because you told me about that Black Mirror thing. I'm very obsessive, but it's still the idea that that's a room he can't go into that he wanted to go through. That either means that,
or it's a room that he can go into that you can't see what's in there.
Mm-hmm.
That's because, because if it's the front door, he normally wouldn't go out the front door anyway, right? You would assume he wouldn't go out the front door.
Well, once again, it's one of those things you gotta look at the video to see, like, is it a legitimate thing? Because like I said, the sound's distorted and the video's crap. It's as if she actually has just dial up.
Well, I mean, when it's paused, it looks pretty good.
Play for 5 seconds and well 10 seconds and then you
I hear the robotic, but I mean the actual like dial up don't have video.
Well, with all that being said and done, want to shoot some things in Rainbow Six?
I just want to say something.
All right.
I want to say something because I'm listening to him and he's happy and smiling on the couch from the beginning. Maybe you should check with your PA, PO, somebody. If you technically can't hear your son because it's robotic due to the terrible Wi-Fi, does that count as a proper visitation? Like I'm fucking. We already see the game she's playing.
The question is fighting her really the actual key point here? Because if making her upset, going, "Oh, is this not good enough for you?" Because you know how women are sometimes. I'm not saying that to be sexist, but I'm saying this is somebody who obviously has shown that she's willing to play a game like that. If I push to make things that much more difficult, she might push back.
No, I mean, yes, you don't fight her directly. Like, this is between you and your therapist, lawyer, whoever. And maybe if you could say, hey, I saved up money and I got a device like a Kindle Fire. The reason why I say Kindle, because I think they got one with Wi-Fi built in. Like, it costs more, but it's like a year of service or whatever for free. And you send it to them and you use that. One, that also prevents her from saying her phone broke or she dropped it or some shit in the future. You know what I mean?
She can drop the Kindle.
See what I'm getting at?
But she can drop the Kindle.
Huh?
She had no other reason to use the Kindle other than for me.
Exactly my point. So at least you would have, that's what I'm saying, you would have a built-in, see, I'm not thinking a week at a time. I'm thinking like 6 months at a time. Like, you would have a built-in way like, oh, I dropped my phone and I lost my job and I can't afford the wireless on a bill. Like, okay, cool, whatever. Here's this device that internet signal is already enabled. I tested it around here. I had other people test it. It should be good for our services.
But you're suggesting that I buy her a gift.
You buy Xavier a gift.
We both know who's going to be using that device. We both know that. We both know she's going to be using that device. The only reason I would send her a device is that if it has a GPS hooked up to it. That way I know where she's at.
But here's the thing. You could set up the GPS on it. The problem is, if the state finds out that you fucking did that shit. But what I want you to do is, right now, your only link to Xavier is her crappy phone and her
even crappier service.
Robotic wireless. I mean, sometimes when our stuff go robotic, you know, we disconnect and come back on. I never use Facebook, so I don't know if that's the thing. Maybe she knows that. But basically, I'm saying you give yourself a backup showing, hey, I'm trying to do the right thing. I'm trying to keep my visitations because right now she has all the power. If this phone screen cracks or she just ran out of data, quote unquote, you lose your Skype visitation. I'm gonna just call it Skype visitation because, you know, her own, like you said, her mood swings. She could just like, yeah, the phone broke, we can't do it. Or I know we're supposed to meet every week, but we've been busy the last 3 weeks. You know what I mean? Like things where it's like you gotta have a little more control. Like you need a backup plan because you've seen her ability. Like you've seen her things. That's what I'm saying. Like between Bio Mom and the fucking shadowy figure of Bio Dad, the state and Jasmine, you gotta have something going where you keep going your thing. Where you could keep your
visitation going.
You know. Because that's part of your step 1. If she breaks up your fucking step 1, you never could get to step 2, 4, or 6. That's what I'm getting at. So you already know you're already 99%. You got to do everything. You damn near got to do 99.99 infinity. And if it takes buying a device or having Wi-Fi installed, or however you speak to your peoples to figure that out. And by
But
peoples, I mean anybody who's helping you with this case.
the whole committee is.
However, huh?
The whole committee is. But the thing is that then, heck, I don't even want to buy her anything. Like, yeah, I could try to use the logic that, yes, for Xavier, but she's going to use it. Like,
I know
the only
she.
way I can be able to even justify that if I can go, okay, this thing has a built-in device that only allows you to do one thing. And that one thing is to communicate with me. There's no device that does that. Unless, wait a minute. Didn't Google put out
But
something new?
it's like a Google Home thing, like a voice thing, like Alexa.
No. The other thing,
One of those.
the Pixel 2. Is that a phone?
The Pixel 2 is a phone, but they got this thing called a Clips camera, but it doesn't let you communicate. The thing is, like you said, like you were saying in the mediator calls, you can't make the battle versus you versus Jasmine, because we already know how that battle's gonna go. And honestly, let's call it what it is. She won that fucking fight.
How? I got what I wanted. She wanted me to go all the way up to Erie to see Xavier. There was no way that was going to be possible before the turn of
No,
the year.
I'm talking about the fight that occurred like over 4 years ago.
Oh, well, yeah,
Like
she
right
won
now,
that.
you're fighting Jack to get Xavier, but if you make it you versus Jasmine, where the law has already been written, like you said, the cover letter on your case already says she's the victim. You're in that county, and you know how they do minorities, as you say. That fight, you cannot get into that fight anymore. Your whole fight and the whole purpose now is to convince other people that you're doing what's best for Xavier. And they need to help you if they care about family and whatever, if they're going to walk the walk and not talk the talk. That the best thing is to help you get to Xavier. So the reason why you would buy devices or install Wi-Fi or internet knowing that, yeah, she would use it, is so she can't say she doesn't have something. Because like you said, it's been 3 years and she doesn't have wireless or a car or anything other than handouts given to her by her family and your bio family. Because no one else, as you see, everyone else is just sitting on their hands chilling. Your bio mom like, yeah, I saw Xavier in the summer. We cool. We'll be back when it warms up again. Great. I haven't seen my son in 4 years. Sorry, Nick. Tried to help. I wish there was something I could do. Jasmine like, I wish there was some way we could see each other. You could fucking tell the court to get this shit off my back. The shit that you put there. Sorry, once my ability is used, I can't remove it. Like, bitch. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you just want to um that's what I'm saying. Like you said before, Jasmine, if she feels as though she want to flake or some shit, she can easily terminate the Skype connection. She tried to terminate it in the fucking mediator call. My data, It's only a matter of time. With 4 weeks, 1 hour in a 4 hours in a month, that you see your son on things. My data, they sold me down. I don't got nothing, and you're getting robotic. You don't even know what he sounds like. At least unless it improves on this video, because I'm still 3 minutes in. But that I'm just saying, you've got to think like assume everybody is out to get you until they stop stabbing you in the back.
Yeah, my back's starting to hurt, let me tell you. All right, real quick. 57 minutes, 56 seconds. Go there. You're 3 minutes in. You're not going to lose the 3 minutes.
57, 56.
Mm-hmm.
All right, hold on. Let me start to play. Okay, so this is after the call.
Yep. Can you see the text?
Yes. So you want me to read the text or wait for you to
read the text, play the video, because she takes like 15 minutes to reply to each thing.
Okay. He's too young for his own Facebook.
Are you fucking serious right now? Yeah, right now. Shit.
Want this to be difficult. Literally, bitch. We was on Easy Street. I understood you didn't like the living situations and the fact I played games. Alright. We could have corrected that. What you made now is you're erecting mountain ranges and fucking rivers, remove the oxygen in some areas, and for good measure added some state people fucking following my remove. I don't want this to be difficult. I guess for that line, I guess you should say I don't want this to be difficult for me. maybe that's what I was missing. Because when you think about it like that, yeah, Jasmine don't want to put in the work. Okay. You wrote that I think it went well, and you're looking for cigarettes. So I'm waiting for the next part of this conversation.
Trust me, it takes a while for her to reply. I wrote her write 3 more things before she sends one.
In some way, I'm glad I don't have kids because I don't know how I would feel to be in this situation.
Don't be in this situation. That's my suggestion to you.
Like, I mean, because you're literally typing. You think that was too long for him because honestly, I could just watch him do his thing. And she's slowly typing. And I'm sure you're anxiously watching the little balls bounce up and down. Like, bitch, are you going to fly or what? Like, and then you got to step back from yourself for a minute and just think this whole situation is like, I'm trying to fight like 10 fucking people, 12 people, 7 of which are inside of me, to try to get in contact with my son, plus the army of the state, and like and all this other shit, and where it's like you'd never be good enough for anybody because the people that could say you're doing right are making it real difficult, but lying to you.
Yeah.
Really wish this girl. I'm gonna have to speed this up to see her reply. Yo, she got you on like another tab on her phone, yo. Like you're holding the only device, quote unquote, you have it. The only device. Side note, right?
Mm-hmm.
The other reason for mapping a house and getting different angles, because if you can identify a modem or a router through the videos that you are allowed to have, and it finds out that you're bullshit. Because, like I said, like you said, you don't want to anger her, but you really do got to change this power balance. Because it's like to make this more relevant. You are you, and she's like Vincent Situation.
Fuck you. Look. The only way to really change the power balance is to be able to hold the key, the legacy, which is him. That's the only way to really change the balance, and the only way to really do that is one, she lets me do it. We both know how ridiculous that is. Or two being that she gets in trouble, goes to jail, and the only actual legal guardian, thanks to the whole shared custody thing, is me.
Yes, that's understandable. But you gotta convince, like you said, she gotta let you do it to get shared custody. No, not only shared custody, she needs to let you get out from under that thing you're under, so you could at least put your name in to be on shared custody.
But I am on shared custody because of the mediation. On paper, it says, okay, he is on shared custody. We can review that later. And my plan is that I convince her long enough that she's not gonna fight it. Because if the next
So
mediation that we have and the mediator goes, well, last time you talked about the idea of like going back to the idea of what do you want to do with shared custody, and she herself goes, well, I don't think it's a bad idea because he has proven to me X, Y, and Z. I'd be like, well, then I got that. I now got that shared custody. Now I got, in case of any kind of dumb shit happening, I get him then.
well, that makes sense. But the problem is, it relies on.
Okay, you read that then. All right.
uh, uh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Um, which one? I'm reading the video that you sent on in Skype.
No. Like I know what you're laughing about.
I, like, okay, so I'm gonna pause this video to ask the question I have right about now. So just because shared custody is mentioned on a mediator call doesn't mean you have it, right? You're just trying to warm her up to the idea to put the official documentation down, correct?
No, the shared custody was actually put on a mediation discussion, so it's official now. I have shared custody. So technically, in a way, I could go up to Erie, be like, "Hey, Xavier, I'm at your school. I'm here to pick you up," and boom, that's it. That is legal. I could do that. The thing is that would then end up being an actual. She would then go to Dr. Isuzu. She would then try to find any kind of army that she can build up against me. Granted, I might
What?
be able to win, but in the same breath, do I? If there's a way to avoid that battle, like in what game was that you were able to avoid a whole entire end battle? I want to say it was Mass Effect. Either Mass Effect or there was another game. It was when you The Witcher. Like a conversational piece, you'd be like, "Yeah, I just don't want to
Yeah,
fight you," and be like, "Okay, yeah,
yeah.
you're right. Let's not fight."
Oh, so you actually did play it?
You told me about that. Yeah, I've been trying to play it.
Yeah.
The thing is, that game requires that to be the only game you play. I can't play it in par with anything else.
It's been 4 years because I sent it to you before
I
this
sent it back. Oh
incident.
no, I'm looking at it right now. I see. I'm like, I thought I sent that shit to you. No. They had it free
Oh,
for
I
Xbox
don't have an
Live.
Xbox.
They had it free for Xbox Live, so I downloaded it. So I have it on my console. I also have your hard copy in front of me, the enhanced edition. I have both of them, the hard copy and the digital copy. It's just one of those things, dude. You have to read in that game, not just like the text that people say, but like all the little lore books. Yeah, I have to pause the game and be like, okay, now time to get some education.
Well, the lore books are skippable.
No, they're
I
not
didn't
because
read all of them.
because you need to read some of them to be able to fight the bosses to know what you have to mix. Then you need to figure out where to find the shit you have to mix. Like that game's like going back
Well,
to school.
well. I mean, when I played it, there wasn't nothing much out. And second, I don't think. Yeah, I didn't have my computer at the time,
True.
so gaming options was really limited. But I do know I didn't really get into the alchemy potion shit because I'm like, I really don't want to go through all this work to get a plus 10% damage buff. But I did read about the bosses and main characters that I come across, and basically just wandering around doing shit until I'm like, you know what? I'm pretty good here. I'm over leveled or whatever, and I moved on. Like I think I did like the first two areas perfectly, and then after that, I just started, you know, all right, guys, I got a strong ass sword. I feel like I'm the shit, and I'm gonna move on. But damn it, we really need to stop these side conversations because you distract me
Well,
from
all
the
right,
other
yeah,
stuff.
sorry, yes. Tell me what you were gonna say.
So, oh, here's my confusion. With all the shit that we talked about, are you literally telling me because you have shared custody because it was mentioned on the mediator call, or was the paperwork already processed prior to that? Like, I'm confused because with all the other shit you got to go through, it seems like, do you agree that he has shared custody? Can we shelve it for later? And you're like, technically that counts. You're like, is that seriously how that works? Or I feel as though I'm missing something.
No, in a way, yes, because she was like, all right, I really want on paper that she said she wanted primary legal and physical custody, and I was gonna be like, let's shelf it. My dad's like, don't do that, don't do that. If you do that, she has you by the balls and she will never let go. until he's
Exactly.
19. And I'm like, okay, well, all right, before you put anything on paper, I'm not letting that go. I'm not letting that shit custody go. It's going to be on paper and it's going to be done. And you even heard it. She's like, I really don't want that. I don't want you to take my son in the middle of the night. Da, 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 da. I'm like, look, this is a give and take. This is a give and take. You got to let me prove to you that I am more trustworthy to be able to have this. I'm his father. I get that right. I'm not moving. I'm not moving from that position. Even the mediator was like, what's the harm of having it right now? We can come back to it in a month or two, and if you don't want it, we can change it. But in reality, it's on paper. So right now, if it's on paper from the mediator, and he needs to send that to me so I have it.
I was about to say, when are you getting your legal copy? Or would
Possibly.
it be conveniently lost in the mail? With the Christmas shipping times, I think the post office has dumped it off somewhere. Because I don't think you have it until you get it in writing.
Well, true. And I'm hoping I'm getting it in writing sometime either this upcoming week or the week after. But where are you in the video? Like, what's the last thing that you read?
I paused it after she said, we need to find an activity you could do at home over video. Maybe read books. And I just laughed because I'm only seeing my son over video because of you, bitch. Like, and she probably thinking, I'm so smart and helpful. Like, maybe you could read books to him and stuff. What other? Can you send him virtual hugs? And then she's like, and I could see about Xbox games. And now you're writing that, yeah, I can do that.
Well, see, the Xbox games I don't get because if she has an Xbox One, I can't touch that. Like, I can't play with him on an Xbox One. And like in the video, she mentioned like, oh yeah, you could probably play Minecraft with him. Like, well, and I said like, well, that depends if he has an Xbox One and Xbox 360. Which once again goes to the idea like, if she doesn't have money for Wi-Fi, how the fuck is she gonna play Minecraft with me? Like, how is he gonna play Minecraft with me online if she don't got that kind of service?
I was about to say the same thing. I'm glad that as soon as you understand, the story isn't adding up.
Unless somebody else be up there.
Unless somebody else has the service. So technically, legally, she's right that she does not have Wi-Fi. But like you said, there's a nigga there or something who is paying for Wi-Fi. But legally, she doesn't have it. And with the courts, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It would technically satisfy both roles until it's time for you to play Minecraft. Maybe you should push for the Minecraft.
I would have to push for the Minecraft 360 version, which means that she would have to have that. But I know one of the videos I made was because I saw that she was online. And I was like, oh shit, what should I do? Because I would want to contact her. And I ended up actually, by the end of the video, actually deleting her as a friend on Xbox. And she left a comment going, oh, actually, that was Xavier playing Xbox. And I realized that was an Xbox One. He got an Xbox One. I'm playing the 360. How is he affording an Xbox One? So I'm assuming she got money, which is no reason why I got mad whenever she's like, oh, I don't got no Wi-Fi and I don't got no money for a car. I'm like, but you were just talking about being an Xbox One.
She doesn't have money. In that case, you can easily see that the grandparents or whatever bought a kid a game.
Or the person that she's living with, it could be a dude. That's why I'm still looking around for socks. I'm looking around for extra socks.
The dude might buy Wi-Fi, but I highly doubt a dude will buy, unless he's trying to move in as a stepdad, will buy the kid a game. You know what I mean?
Well, would that really be outside the realm of understanding?
Is it something you would do?
Yeah, shit, yeah.
I mean, I'm assuming a dude is just the flavor of the year, whatever. Like, he's gonna come and go. Like, I see more logic the fact that the grandparents or whoever else in her family bought Xavier that Xbox for Christmas, last Christmas or whatever, his birthday.
I'm gonna put money. That is a dude, and we all know how much you like making a bet.
Do you honestly think another dude bought that Xbox for your son?
No, I think another dude bought his Xbox in and the son was playing it. Yeah, that's what I think.
Oh, okay. I could see that one. See, I was viewing it as like, it's still Xavier. That's why. I could probably see that thing. But then that means you would have to see what games are on there, what other gamer tags.
But you're still her friend on Xbox. You can check that out for me.
I don't have my Xbox.
No, but you have access to your Xbox Live account. If you I don't know if you can download because you wanted to. whack ass Windows 8 shit, but like if you download the Windows app,
Windows
you can
7.
even worse. So like if you download
Exactly.
Windows the Xbox app, you can probably see you can log into your account and see what game she played last. I don't have an
Yep.
Xbox One, so I can't even see the games she plays on Xbox One.
Well, I don't have an Xbox One either.
No, but dude, I can check it through my account. If I have my Xbox app, and if she was still my friend, I can be like, okay, what game does she play? I check that out right now. Give me a second. God damn it. Because I think I'm able to at least look her up. I don't think I'll be able to actually. I don't think I have to add her to see what game she plays. But anyway, keep going if you're talking as I'm looking this up. You know, anytime.
I'm reading the comment thread, streaming a video.
Wait, there's comments on it already? Oh, you mean on the
Not
Facebook thing?
the typing, the
Okay.
actual video. I wish you had typed faster.
I know, right? Boom. Found her. Alright, what do we got here? Activity feed. Nothing. Achievements. Come on, give me what you got. This is kind of on the verge of illegal. Yep, Xbox One edition. Wait. Yeah, Xbox One edition. Because the 360 edition has 0 out of 175, while the Xbox One has 385 out of 2025. How the fuck you have so many fucking achievements for Minecraft?
They
have a multiplayer mode now. That's right.
And they probably made achievements for everything because it's the Xbox. It's like, oh, you found stone. Like, hold on.
Where are you at?
Hold on, there's people yelling outside.
Don't get shot, man.
Yeah, people outside yelling.
That's usual in Philadelphia, man. That ain't new.
That's true. Um, that's yeah, no, with the achievements, I think it's just extra bullshit. Oh, you made an oven. Oh, you cooked something in the oven. Oh, that's 2 achievements right there. Oh, you ate your cooked food. That's 3. So easily with Minecraft, you can easily.
It
You
just
made a
seems,
door out of wood, stone, and whatever the other material is. Iron. That's 3 achievements.
but you know, keep reading. You read my reply. Heck, you can kind of move further up in the timeline. Just read what was written back and forth and know that she takes a while.
Oh, well, it helps because I'm talking to you. Because I got it on 2 times speed. So with the down time between her replies, it actually gives me time to listen to talk live to your conversation.
Okay.
So, okay, then tell the Better Me Committee maybe you got to get Xbox One used to pay Minecraft for your son.
Yeah, let me find a way to pay for that and the car that I'm trying to use to be able to drive down to potentially Erie, considering that she's not going to make an effort between now and January. And I almost want her not to, because then at least come January they're gonna be like, okay, where you're at? I'm like, well, I just got a car so that I can actually be able to travel halfway. It's not the best car, but can I just get there? And they'd be like, okay, well, Jasmine, what did you do? you know, I'm still where I'm at. And I'm hoping, even if the media is like, okay, well then that is what it is. Continue moving forward. I'm hoping that it will still show that um I I am putting the effort into it. I'm putting the hours. I'm putting the money. I'm moving forward. Whereas, even if she doesn't see it, the court will at least see that.
Yes, but I'm assuming that the court is. They see so much of this, they just don't fucking care.
True, but
That's where I'm assuming where
but
the people are just overworked and underpaid. Because then if Jasmine says, "Oh, she heard you got a car," well, then you could drive the whole way here because I have no way to get to you. So if you want to see your son, buckle up and make the 6 hour drive or however long it is.
actually, I don't think you're far off. I think it actually is like 6 hour drive up there.
And also have the funds to not stay anywhere near your son in a strange area.
Well, technically, I should win in Erie because I think there's more black people down there than white people.
But I stopped for a second because I got to this part where she said, "We got this. You have no idea how much that got Xavier and me through these years. He says it all the time. I don't even have kids, but that's like one of those bittersweet heart stabs. You have no idea how much I had to say through the years to myself for what you put me through." That's just the way I'm reading this.
Yeah.
I could be completely wrong. Like she sounds like my life is so hard. My self-created problems didn't turn out the way I thought they would. This is what I'm hearing, and I could be wrong, but like, are you looking to me for pity? But then again, people call me an ass, so yeah, I probably would be the bad example.
Look, I understand what you're saying, and the
maybe you
worst
are
thing,
trying to help her out because it is your kid. And
yo, you know where I really actually legitimately got that?
uh,
The Angel
wait,
Project. Felicia.
uh huh.
She said that. I picked it up from her.
But she spiraled into some
Crazy bullshit. But
DJ
what was the
Carlson.
purpose of the Angel Project? The purpose of the Angel Project was to see if I can get over somebody like Jasmine. The fact that she happened to say the same thing Jasmine says and thinks that I should pick that up for me. I mean,
I thought that was kind of like a no that you couldn't get over it.
but I did kind of get over.
But don't you still got a piece of both of them inside of you?
Oh, I'm always gonna have a piece of. I'm always gonna have a piece of everybody who I've been with inside of me, and they're always gonna have a piece of me inside of them. Literally, for more me than them. But like, it's still the idea that like the Felicia Project was to help me go. Okay, if somebody like Jasmine, because I showed you the comparison of what Jasmine used to look like and what Felicia looked like back in the day, virtually
Yes.
like twins, identical, and they behave very similar. So the fact that Felicia did what she did, I'm like, oh, that's kind of what Jasmine did. The project's working well. So, but the thing is that I didn't kill myself. I didn't go overboard. I was kind of like, okay, yeah, that should happen. All right, congratulations with your life and move on. Yeah, me, Felicia didn't have a child, but still the idea, can I get over somebody like that?
Well, the thing you ain't kill yourself is because the only reason you is killing yourself is because the whole Xavier.
That's true.
Like if Xavier wasn't in the picture, none of that shit would have happened. You were just like, yeah, another crazy white bitch. Told you to stay away from him. Just like the Get Out movie. Told you. You go home a little roughed up, and that would have been that. Yeah. God. And then you just been like one of those parallel universes. Could you imagine having a kid with her? My God, what would I be? Fucking pull it down, dude. You want to play Anarchy Reigns or what? Like, but alas, you are that parallel universe.
Yo, someone
you
had a
did have
date.
a kid. So, but yeah, it's one of those things where it's like you would have never went like. I was trying to explain this to Nita about me personally. It's like personally, I can care, but as the point where it's like you keep sacrificing yourself to care about somebody else, you gotta cut your losses. And then
Yeah.
it's like, okay, it is what it is. I wish you the best and hope you move on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, oh, you cheated, whatever. All right, see ya. I ain't gonna fucking get mad and leave you alone. But you know, Xavier was the legacy, the wrench that was fucked up. Because if she just did normal stuff where other women did to you, they'd be like other women, history, never to be mentioned, never to be seen again. So, but this is special because your son is 5 now.
Yeah, he turned 5 in June.
So now I'm still watching you type up your paragraphs when you write 3-word answers. I'm okay. I'm not scared. So yeah, you got this is an uphill battle. Not really.
It's always been an uphill battle. That doesn't ever seem to change.
I think one of the biggest reasons is it's uphill because, like you said, it's well, like I agree, it's resources too. Having money's help decrease at least the state stuff. And if you send a gift to Xavier and it's just a little note from you to Jasmine, that doesn't breach your contract since you already wrote it, right?
All right, we word that.
Okay, like you're not supposed to have contact with her or whatever unless it's concerning Xavier. But if you just write a note directed to her in a package for Xavier to say thanks or whatever, that's not against your state law, right?
No, yeah, not technically, but then again, raising
It
those
could,
think about it. Me talking on the video can get me in trouble.
well, yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, obviously your little quote unquote love letters could get you in trouble too. But that could be a way which you can coerce her to your side without saying it on like like the way she sent you that letter. And like the same stuff you're typing on Facebook now. Thanks for letting me see my son and I'm glad that we're having things that are like you're getting them to move to a nicer mentality state so she could drop this bullshit.
Which is what I'm doing. If you hear me talking, I'm saying out loud, like, yeah,
Yeah,
this is
yeah,
what
I
I'm
heard
doing.
you saying it out loud and typing it. But I mean, if you're sending letters she don't expect to, that can kind of move her along. You know what I mean? Because then she could like reread those later. Little, and they only got to be like a paragraph. Hopefully, we can work over past this, things like that. So even if she's trying to bring it up in court, you'd be like, okay, I wrote a note telling her thanks, Your Honor, for letting me talk to my son. And here's his, belated birthday present. That's an issue now. Like, where's like, it's a long-term mind game, but you could confidently hide behind the fact that it's also just a thanks a lot note. Kind of like she sent you that email that you cannot use in any court of law. Like you're doing the same thing to her, but in reverse, and it's physical, and she doesn't even expect it. Maybe written with stuff or on paperwork, handwritten or whatever, with things that she liked. I don't know. I know like Nita likes like flowers and shit, so you draw flowers on it or some shit. Giving her a reason to keep it around. You remember Inception. Once she
Once you plant the idea, and she makes it her own, it's still yours. Yeah.
yeah, as long as she gets the result she wants. So then when you backstab her 3 years, like, what about the letters? I did the same way you did me.
I just did
People
it
some
better.
assholes. But I'm just saying, those are the rules people playing by. You either play by the rules or get smoked by the state. And not to mention Biomom, and Biomom is like 10 times wicked than Bio. You aren't even ready to talk to them. Like, damn! When did fucking Don Cornelius? I mean, the, the Godfather show up. How old is he? None of your business. What is his name? None of your business. Like, shit. Is he alive? Is he on oxygen or some shit? Like, he only gets
Like
a few
Zero
words.
and freaking what? Guns of the Patriots, like that.
Yeah, like, yeah, a few words a day, and you can't even get that out of them. Oh, is that my mouse or yours?
I'm not clicking nothing yet.
No, that's yours. I mean, in the video.
Okay.
I'm reading. She was like, he just finished with his teeth and new book, same song. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. You got to think long term. Because you got to have it be her idea. Because if other people get in her ear and poison her against you, you need to have her internally fighting for you. This is fun. I'm so glad I'm on this situation.
This is one of the reasons why you're one of the best consults in my committee there, buddy.
It's still a 100% shitty situation, but because we play games and shit and view of the media, you understand what I'm saying when I say things like that.
Yeah.
Having these conversations with people who don't, and they be like, "That's just rude. She took my son." Normally in these type of things in the movie, she took my son. Where you go? Get the car. CJ, you with me? Like, and then it's like 2 hours of fucking police chases and hiding his son, and then like everybody, all he wanted was his son. Officer, he's doing pretty good, and he only served 3 years, and after that, he was able to live happily with his family. Now that the movie over, back to life, Nick is serving 17 years for attempted murder, but he was the one who was shot. And he had to pay his own damn medical bills. They almost practically left him there. Son said, "You ain't no father of mine," cut off his arm. Isn't that from Star Wars? Yeah, real life mimic movies, I guess. And it's like all this extra bullshit. But when a white man makes a movie about it, it's all, oh, like this is real. I go to sleep every night. I can't even hear my son in the video. So what is the song you're referring to?
There's a song that she used to sing to Xavier whenever he was young, and I sung it the second video of the Legacy Project. It's a song by a group called Bassmaster or Bassmaker or whatever. I don't like the group. I don't like. I don't like. It's Jasmine's song, but the song itself, sung normally, is alright. It goes. I will never be afraid again. I will keep on fighting till the end. I will walk on water. I will fly. I will keep on fighting till I die. And I always refer to that as Xavier's lullaby.
Oh, yes, it's a nice song. And now you got an emotional end. You can put that in the notes every time you send a gift.
Well, like I said, I put on a Legacy video, and like if you actually watch the video, I'm crying in it because and I'm struggling to say it because I know what it like during the making of the video. I'm talking about him, and obviously it got emotional. It was just like, okay, well, I need to still be able to say this song so he knows that I'm saying it for him.
I did watch the Legacy. I gotta go back and hear the song because I think when you sung it, well, I think that was one of the times when we used to like meet every 3 weeks or something.
Mm-hmm.
So I watched it, and then time passed. Oh God, you're getting emotional right now in the video. I mean,
well, yeah, because you see those little sound clips.
Yeah.
Each one of those is different ways they say "I love you, Daddy."
Oh yeah, I couldn't hear it. That makes sense. So you downloaded them, right?
The best way I know how to. Like, I don't know how you download shit off Facebook.
Isn't that a download button next to it?
That's a forward button. Like I can send it to other people, so I send it to myself because this is not my account.
For good reason.
For good reasons, yeah. Because she's like, you need to unblock me, and like you said, that's mandate. You can't do that. I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing that. So I made another account.
Because for some reason you care enough to spend 10 minutes making it. Well, you can forward me the clips to my Facebook because I don't fucking go on Facebook, and I'll re-download them and send them MP3s over to Skype so you can store them. Or shit, I'll send the MP3s to your email, your NicholasSeries@gmail.com. That way you can have a digital backup forever.
Yeah. Well, I was trying to see if I could do that off my computer. Let me see if I even can.
The best way to do it is there's two ways I would do it. Let me see. This first one is called Flash Media. No, it's something. It's a add-on you add to Chrome. Flash Video Downloader. I'm gonna put this in Skype and you can try it. It should let you access all the media on a page just by clicking the little attachment in Chrome.
Mm-hmm.
So then maybe you can right click and download the file, the actual source file. I know it works on other sites as well, for like videos that run in the background, audio. The other thing is you can download this program called Audacity. It's free. And pretty much just records your speakers playing the sound. And then just save it that way into another format. That's the two ways I would think of. I mean, there's probably 100 ways of doing it. Hold on. I just finished the video, but let me get something to drink and then we can like do something. Hold on.
All right. Boom.